Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. All right, let's get into the video. So let's take a look and see what's going on in the pre-market. Big things. So AMC is currently up 1.7% in the pre-market, nothing too crazy. Let's take a look at GameStop. GameStop is up almost 11% in this pre-market here. They're having a good day, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the heck is happening. There's I don't know what is going on with GameStop. I don't think there was a news catalyst 30 minutes ago. Stocks to watch. I'm really not seeing anything crazy for today. I mean, let's look at the 5-day and see what we have here. I mean, it looks like we're just kind of going back to respecting these levels of support up here. Bouncing up. We could see it tested here, right? It broke through it right here with this large green candle, which is exactly two large green candles, which is exactly what we look for whenever we're trying to break through that level of support or resistance. And it broke right through it. You can see right here, this candle just, if I were to put a trend line right here, you would see this candle broke through right here, huge, and then just kept going. So let's see if we have a level of support up here somewhere. Probably around here, 170. I'm going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line there, and probably going to draw it around here. I feel better with this one. I'm also going to start locking these so I'm not dragging them around, because that is the worst whenever I start dragging those around. I'm also going to put a line on this level of support here, just so we have another level of support. You can see acted as a level of resistance, like resistance, support, resistance, support, like all over the place. And then over here we do have the resistance that finally broke out. And here, just so you guys know, you can see here, it's not always like, you can have a false break. Obviously this is like an art. This isn't like a science. It's not going to happen every single time. This isn't math. And broke through, kind of fell, and it was testing it, right? Go up and down, and then finally, basically had a little squeeze down, right? You can see it right here. You squeeze down here, and then it finally broke through. And this is exactly what we look for whenever we're looking at the chart, some kind of a small like technical analysis. And so let's take a look. Lee, yo, what's up, my friend? Johnson, what's up, Captain Cash? AS, who cares about Doge? Just saying. Doge is pretty cool. Doge is so interesting for so many reasons. I feel like there's going to be like social studies and experiments about what is going on, how the financial markets are changed, how DOGECOIN, a literal joke, has turned into something with value, even though crypto doesn't, may not necessarily have any value right now. It's so interesting, everything going on with crypto, especially Dogecoin, especially with their volatility that they've recently had. And gosh, it's just been wild and crazy. So I can't wait for the people with some ridges in their brain to talk about this stuff, because my smooth brain isn't cutting it with the in-depth things that I have so many questions for. Sunny, why is GME up? So GME up, a CEO stepped down. So, I forgot. Okay, so I saw something about that. I didn't know the CEO stepped down. I thought they were doing something about what was it? I thought it was something about the structure of it, like if the CEO, who would be their successor, something like that. But maybe that's what the article was about. I didn't get to read it. Johnson says, don't forget hit that like button. AMC and Doge to the moon. Thank you, Johnson. Bush says, I have a question that I've been thinking for a while. All right, let's hear it. Sunny says, do we reckon Mara is a good buy as Bitcoin is rallying up? I personally I do like Mara for the long term. I feel like, if you look at the charts, right, it directly mirrors Bitcoin. So theoretically, you could be looking at Bitcoin and say, okay, Bitcoin's down. It was a weird sell-off, and I'm sure it's going to recover. So theoretically, you could think Mara is going to recover as well, right? I haven't looked at Mara. I know Bitcoin had a bit of a dip in the and you can kind of see it here, huh? Over the weekend, there was a dip And you can see here, this is the pre-market here, right? And down 7%. So if you think Bitcoin is going to recover, which I think it's going to recover, then, you know, you could say that. And you can see it's been going down. I'm not sure why it's been going down like this. Let's look at the 1 month. Okay, I mean, it looks like it may be a small correction or something. Could be a great entry point if you believe it finished falling. And theoretically, it could continue to fall if this acts as a level of support, which actually it looks like it's acted like a kind of a level of support around here, around this, what number is this? $30 mark. So this could continue falling to $30 with everything going on. But, you know, it might have leveled off. You may want to see which way it's going to go before it happens. Or if you truly feel convicted about Bitcoin that it is going to recover, it could be a good place to jump in. So, you know, but I personally, I do like Mara. Let's see. HCMC, if anybody's bullish on HCMC, it is up 33%. Just wild. And this was back on, Friday. So this isn't today. This isn't pre-market. Let's go back to the good old AMC and GameStop. Let's get back to the chat and let's look at the 1 day candles so we can get a little more. Oh, let's look at the 5 day. So I'm going to get a little more microscopic. Let's see. And DFE helping news to drive AMC GME to move. Bush says, I like Doge, but I think it'll go up to $1, then go back down. Is that your question, my friend? I like Doge, but I think it'll go up to $1 and back down. Well, you know, if that's how you feel, then, you know, if you're, I don't know if you're in it, but if that's how you feel, then you know, Ian, what is up, my friend? You're doing fantastic. Shorted. Let's see. AS says Doge will move up to $1 naturally over time. It's being manipulated to take the heat off of AMC GME right now. Cool to get on early and make a quick buck. Put those back in AMC, but not worth the chase. Yeah, that's what I did. I did it too early. I think I pulled out too early because I would have been up like a grand or something off my $100 bet. So that would have been nice. But you know, no worries. Let's see. Eric, good morning, my friend. Corey, how you doing? Doing great. AMC and GME and cost look good this morning. How's cost looking? Oh yeah, cost up just under 4% on the day. Not bad, not bad. I need to start clearing some of these out. Let's clear naked up almost 5% if anybody likes it. Marathon's still dropping, guys. So I'd be a little cautious with Marathon. If you do think it's going to recover, currently at $35, down almost 10%. I think it was just 10%, but it's kind of not looking so good. If it breaks this level of support, you may just want to be a little cautious, which it looks like it may break this level of support. So just making sure, you know, it bottoms out, or you can average down on the way down. It's always easier to average down than it is to, you know, than it feels to average up, I think. Let's clear some of these. I'll leave the ones that people are really into up. I still need to clear a few. I'm gonna clear a few of these. Okay. We'll leave that here. Again, guys, GameStop up 10%. Jeez. Loving it. All right, some more. Let's see. AS, this is a good question. So this is something I've been trying to decipher. AS says, what does everyone make of those pictures of Citadel and the London Financial District working late? Guys, there's some weird stuff going on. On top of that, actually, let me pull up this article because I'm just like, I don't know. Very curious, very interested in what's going on. Let me get logged in here and I will send you guys this article. I mean, oh, crud. I don't know where I have it saved. Let me check something up here. Actually, I'll do it this way. Oops, sorry. SOVE131. Okay, let's see if I can get this article pulled up. Hmm. 2 years ago. I'm trying to find this dang person. What? Super stonk. Okay, let me see if I can search in here. Sorry about this. Just bear with me 1 second. This is very interesting article that I'm trying to find. Are you kidding me right now? All right, let me do it this way. Let's look at. All right, here we go. Here we go. So I got that pulled up. Let me take a look at the chat really quick, make sure everything's cool. Hey, good morning, Jelani. Yes, guys, if you guys haven't seen the Matt Kors, I love how I'm just like plugging his Twitter at all times. Like that, right? Yeah. If you guys have not seen this, take a look at this. AMC short interest, another record. Utilization 99.4%, almost max value tomorrow, guys. Theoretically, if this continues on the trend, it will be at 100% tomorrow. Now, granted, I'm not sure how easy 100% is to attain. It might stay at like 99.9% or something, but even then, holy smokes, it's like almost max value. Shares on loan, another record. This one up, I think, over 2 million, like 2.5 million from Friday, I believe. And then the short interest is just like it's all, we're primed and ready to go. It's insane. Let me, guys, I forgot to get water. Let me get myself some water. My fancy just got here. I think she got me a little bit of a snack. And so I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with these charts really quick. I will be right back. You can see here. Actually, I'll put these side by side. Let me be helpful. Perfect. All right. Is this AMC? All right, and let me leave this as is, and I will leave this here for you guys. And all right, guys, I will catch you guys in just a second. I'll be right back. Let me bring this. All right, I am back. So, guys, I just want to leave you with this really quick, but let's take a look at exactly what's going on. There are some crazy things that is going on, okay? And so let's see here. And so this is something I was thinking about making a video on. It is a little more tinfoil hat, a lot of a whole lot of speculation. I filled up my water and I didn't bring it back. We'll go through this and I'll get it in a second. So there's a whole lot of speculation going on. So let's take a look here, okay? And again, super guys, just speculation, a lot of speculation going on. So let's go over it. So here is what potentially is going on, right? Let me break you down some events that happened this weekend. So, the big scam is what this person called it. This is so with the 131, okay? Total credit to this person. Now, as far as so this weekend, it says Citadel HQ emergency meeting. So at Citadel headquarters this weekend, this was Saturday, around 9 p.m. Remember, these guys should be closed. Like, there's no one there. You can see here. This is on, I believe it's like Google Maps or something. You can see how busy a store is or whatever, right? You can see, this is how busy they normally are, and this is how busy they currently are. And whenever it's especially high, then you can see it. So currently, looks like there's a high amount of volume. This was Saturday night, around 9 p.m., right? At Citadel Enterprises. So, okay. And let's see. And this was, oh, you know what? This was Saturday night as well. So at Saturday night as well, there was the U.S. Treasury. It says this is, and I don't know if this is an official person, but this is this is an article. No, not an article. So anyways, this person says U.S. Treasury to charge several financial institutions for money laundering using cryptocurrency sources or cryptocurrencies. I'm sorry. And then that's what sources say that they're. Again, I'm going to read that again. U.S. Treasury to charge several financial institutions for money laundering using cryptocurrency. So, guys, if this is accurate, if this is right, then money laundering from financial institutions like hedge funds and stuff. And we've seen some weird stuff, guys. Let's see. I'll see if this talks about it. And if not, then I will talk about the other one. And then around, look, there's time frames like this was yesterday. Bitcoin plunges 52K, and we saw this, right? So we can go to Bitcoin really quick and we can see right here, look at this plunge. Now, full transparency, we have seen weird moves like this. Look how large this candle is. Granted, this candle is like double the size of this one. But we have seen some large candles before. This candle's pretty large. This one is like almost as large. So a lot of big candles like that. But you know what? This one seems to be the absolute largest. And it just plunged. I mean, look at this. You can see how crazy this was, right? Let's go back to the article. And, I guess this is the plunge here. Let's continue. Meanwhile, at Citadel, so there was actually, if you guys haven't seen this, it was the craziest thing. It was a whole scandal. There was a person who, are we going to see the... Okay, anyways, there are people who were outside of the Citadel Tower, right? And they were taking a look, and these guys were like some James Bond stuff. They looked at the floors, they saw the 32nd floor, I believe it was, is Citadel, and people were, and all the lights were on, and they were super busy. Look, you can see right here, 9 p.m., look, almost just before 3 a.m., right here, you can see that there's a lot of traffic. Again, a lot of traffic. There were several people who saw this, These are two different people here that saw these. And then... another person, or is this the same person that went back? I don't know. People saw the tower lit up, right? And then, let's see. So they saw it lit up. Are they gonna? Okay, somebody flew a drone. Somebody's flying a drone around here. It was insane. Going back in a few days. Let's see. JP Morgan crying here, saying if things keep going the way it's going, his and his friends are ruined. What? I'm trying to listen to the convo. This guy, this guy works here, or I don't know who this person is, right? The fellow with them said something is in place for worst case, but prepare for the worst. They keep closing the laptop when I get close. They have something on GME. And this, guys, I want to be crystal clear again. This is all speculation. I don't know what this is. And then, at the present, and then, so this is JP Morgan. Wait, at the present JP Morgan? I don't know, all these places, guys, it just continues to go. These are all locations like Bank of America Tower, JP Morgan Chase, JP Morgan Private Bank, just full. All these places full. And this is the guy. Oh, this is the drone guy who he recorded the place. So it's just crazy what's going on. There's a lot of crazy things going on. This is all speculation, but it's weird how it's all happening at the same time. We've seen the weird things going on with the banks and the bonds. It's scary. It is scary. So that's that. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, the bell rang and I've totally missed it. So let's see what's going on with the stocks. So we do have AMC and GameStop. I have them side by side here. It looks like AMC is currently up 2.6%, and then GameStop is up still just under 10% on the day. And we're going to see some crazy movement here. I'm curious exactly which way this is going to go, but we will have to see. Now, let's see here. Man, and guys, looking at the days, right, we can see there's a lot of red here, a few green, and the greens are 1%, under 1%, like less than 0.5%. So, but look at all this red here, whole bunch of red for some of these stocks. And you know what I've noticed, a lot of these stocks are actually stocks that did not. Well, I was gonna say Dave & Buster's is kind of I don't want to call them a pandemic stock, but it's kind of like, oh, I gotta switch my hat. Man, this hat is not comfortable. This is unfortunate. It is so small. And this is like American Airlines, I don't know. I guess they're only down like 2% or something, but a lot of red stocks. Look at all these red stocks as I continue to scroll. These are random ones. These aren't in any kind of order, but yeah. So that is what's going on. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. There we go. This looks a little easier to look at. 1 minute candles, 1 minute candles. Perfect. Okay. I just want to make sure this is looking similar, just so we can take a good look at both of these stocks that we're interested in. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Hey, good morning, Billy. When you guys call me Captain C, I think of like Captain Planet or something. Can someone talk about Blink charging? I don't think I know anything about Blink charging. Oh, it's EV. Oh my gosh. Well, oh my gosh. Is this what I think this is? Oh, okay. I'll tell you this right now. If they're doing what I think they're doing, then I love it, because, and I don't know what this does. And I'm going to see if I can find a quick products. I'm curious what they're trying to do. So they're doing all of these. Yes. Okay. I love it. And I'll tell you why I love it. I wonder how their stock is doing. Are they publicly traded? Let's go back to the single grids just so I don't get confused. Blink. Oh, okay. 1 year. As expected. Just insanely bullish. I love this stock as a long-term hold if they're doing this. So I've been actually kind of looking for something like this, right? And I'm actually going to follow this stock because I'm to my watch list, just because I want to do a little more research into it, because I really like this kind of industry. Think about it. Okay, EV is growing, right? And so a lot of places, something that we're in need of right now, because I'm really not versed on it, is charging places. As it continues to grow, this industry is only going to get larger. Okay. And now if these guys are first to market, like let's say, and I don't know anything about EV charging. So let's say like phones, right? Let's say it's like a phone. You need this outlet, this kind of plug, that goes into an iPhone, the USB micro USB, stuff like that, right? So, oh my gosh. So, all that stuff. If these guys are able to penetrate that market and they're able to put all these parking lots and people keep using their thing, like their charging station, then I love it. I think it's so good. And so granted, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I need to look at it a little bit, but I think this is an excellent long-term type of play if that's what they do. And so I'm going to continue to look at it. And this might be one of the companies that I actually go into when and if we go to the moon and I diversify, right? I'm looking for good diversification plays that are going to be great long-term holds. Remember, once we're rich, if we get rich, then you don't need to gamble anymore. Why gamble? You just need to make slow, steady increase to make sure you don't lose your money. That's all you have to do. And this might be one of those plays for that. So thank you for pointing that out to me. I have to take a deep dive, but I think I like that. GY says you should stop promoting Doge. It is a pump and dump scheme. So, I mean, here's the deal. You can see that with any stock. You could have said AMC is a pump and dump scheme, right? It's really hard to speculate. And so if you have some theory as to why it's a pump and dump scheme, I'm more than happy to listen. But, a lot of people are speculating that it goes to $1. Let's say it is a pump and dump scheme, right? Well, let's say it does go to $1 and then it dumps. Well, you know what? People still you can still double your money theoretically if that's true. And then you'll be able to do that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do have my concerns about Doge, but you know what? A lot of people are in here and they're in Doge and they've made a whole lot of money. And you know what? I'm not personally in Doge, but you know what? I support people making money. That's what we're here to do, right? Like, we're making money. And granted, there's a bigger picture right now, especially with AMC and GameStop and the change that we need in the financial system. But there's at the end of the day, like, there's money to be made, and I'm happy for anyone making money. And if there's a chance for them to continue to make money, even if you look at this on the 5-day, right, there are serious swings that you could do. Let's say like 23 cents to 34 cents. That's a big change. That's a big gap up. That's almost, what is that, 40%, 30%, something like that. Those are good swing trades that people can make, and you could rinse and repeat. And look, if you could just keep on going. And granted, this is theoretical. No one buys here and sells here every single time. But there's some interesting stuff going on. It's pretty fantastic. So let's take a look at the next part. Oh, let me continue with the chat, see what's going on. I'm gonna go back to GameStop since GameStop is having a fantastic day. Let's look at the 1 day. Oops. And let's go here. So we've seen this almost every day, right? It drops in the morning, then it recovers, and we'll see how if it continues to recover, if it even recovers. We can see a whole lot of pressure just on both sides here. A lot of like these 300 orders. I know it's only 300, but 300 at this price is not cheap. Is not cheap at all. Damon says, what is money laundering? Let me see if I can find a good, easy definition rather than me trying to stumble through one to explain it accurately. But if you've ever seen the show Ozark, holy smokes. It's that, first of all, that show is cool. But that show really, here we go. Yeah. So money laundering is the illegal process of making dirty money appear legitimate instead of ill-gotten. So, for example, in the I don't want to give away any things. So, let's say you have I don't know. Let's say I have money, right? Let's say this person is a drug dealer. Okay, this person's a drug dealer, and this person owns a legitimate business. They own a laundromat. Well, I don't want to confuse them. Let's say these guys own a barber shop, right? So, these guys these guys want to make their money seem legitimate. So maybe they can even open their own barbershop. They can work with this person and they can funnel their money through here and make it look like they've been getting fantastic tips. They can look like somebody's been, they've been investing in stuff. Like if they want to expand their business, they can make it look legitimate. And then they just they keep a portion and they give a portion back to the person. And now it all looks like a legitimate business and yada, yada, yada. So that's an easy way to explain money laundering. I guess I was capable of explaining it, but I just wanted, I don't know, I was hoping they would give me the example, but I guess I did have an example in my head. And that's all money laundering is. It sounds relatively easy. I'm sure it's very difficult, but that's what money laundering is. James, what is up, my friend? Corey, good morning. You got to check out this HWIN high school wrestling coach turned a single 35K profit into a 100 million SPAC scam. They're just finding out about it now. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Oh, like Father like son, I totally missed you. Well, I guess I read your first one. Short borrow fee is this, zero shares available. So here's the deal about Blink charging, you know, even for AMC, we're seeing that now, right? We're seeing that AMC is in my opinion, perfectly set up for a short squeeze. It's just perfectly set up. We're just waiting for a catalyst. And so everything could be in perfect line, but if there's not a catalyst, you know, stocks don't squeeze. There's more than just like the short interest and stuff like that. I think it definitely helps, but I think that there's more to a short squeeze, more than squeezing these stocks, than just like something like the short interest. Those are good finds, but we've seen ones that are, you know, triple this and stuff, and nothing's happening. There's no movement. And on top of that, you know, people really need to be holding stocks if you want it to really run. There's a few different parts of that, but could be a good play, but just, you know, just know that it might take a long time, or it might never happen, or it might not be as big as you think it might be. AS says there's so many cryptos that plunge just like that. Yeah, so about Dogecoin at 5:05 a.m. Yeah, so I mean, gosh, there was just a lot of stuff, a lot of weird stuff going on with crypto. I think all the crypto was down this weekend or something for like whenever that crashed, and that being Bitcoin. So it's really hard to say what's going on. No problem. Better look at Citadel's portfolio and start placing some puts. Yeah, I don't know. Gosh, scary stuff. Wait, Lee says I helped build the Citadel office in Chicago. Dang, that's pretty crazy. Brizzy, when did you talk about AMC? Which course? When did you buy AMC? I bought AMC in early January. I'm not aware of a squeeze or anything going on. I literally just like the stock. And I kind of got caught in the middle of everything. It's the craziest thing. I am going to be releasing a video on here about my story very soon. I wanted to do it this weekend, but you know, I really don't have an excuse as to why I didn't. I was working on the course. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, I do have a course coming out. If you look at my last live stream, that was last night. If you want to add anything to it, anything you want to see, let me know. And I'm happy to go into it. And which course? Yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Brizzy. Commando, welcome, my friend. Just joined. What stock is he talking about? I have no clue. I get so far behind in the chat. I don't know what I was talking about at the time, but welcome. I'm sorry. Damon says, if you have 1 million and put it in the S&P 500 and make 10% each year, you earn 100K for free each year. Absolutely, Damon. That is a perfectly rational, it's a very, in my opinion, a very safe way to look at it. 100%. And if I do make it like $1 million, for example, I do plan on, I probably would put like half in the S&P 500 or something like that, just because those steady gains, you know, that money is safe in my opinion. Whereas, but I still would like to take, you know, maybe half, maybe a little less than half, and put it in my own plays, because while the S&P 500 is safe, you know, it's low risk, so low reward, right? So I want something a little more risky, but a lot more reward. And so that's why I have plays like IVR, which I anticipate would give me like, you know, several 100% in a few years rather than 10% each year. And so, and I have a bunch, and I would diversify this way. If anything loses, I'm really not going to like freak out. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of good plays that I'm looking at that I feel comfortable that, because 10% is good, but it can be better. Sub Diamond? James says, Blink is going to be like old school cigarette stocks. There will be a bunch of charging brands with only a few will survive. Good thing, Commando. So that's a good point. So Blink being, so I like this. A bunch of charging brands and only a few will survive. Absolutely. But you know what I think will survive? The ones that have been there for a long time. And like for example, let's say this stock, right? So that's a good point. And you got me going. So let's say there is someone better, right? Let's say someone wants to penetrate the market more. Let's say Tesla or Amazon, right? They want to penetrate the market. They want to get into charging, right? Let's say Blink is already set up and we're in 1,000 locations. We're in this, we're in that, we're huge. And let's say somebody like Amazon comes along and they're like, you know what? We want to get in the space. Blink is our biggest competitor. They're already like set up with the infrastructure. And you know what? Companies like, they do this. What if they bought Blink and they said, you know what? Excuse me. What if they bought Blink and said, you know what? Like, why would I worry about reinventing the wheel whenever they're already set up? We're going to buy it and we'll continue to run it as Blink, and then it'll be just owned by us. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many different ways that it can go, but being first to market, and especially if they're going hard, and I don't know if who else is, I don't know who else is in this space. This is a space I've talked about for a long time, especially with this EV sector. This is a space I freaking love. And if these guys are like, you don't have to be the first, you just have to be one of the first, and even in Tesla's case, Tesla, they're an anomaly. I know everybody kind of thinks about like EV, you go straight to Tesla. They're kind of an anomaly. These guys were just so ahead of the curve. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's not even fair. They're like Amazon, you know what I mean? Even though eBay was like first, Amazon came and they just stole everything. I think eBay was first, but because at one point, I think it was like high school or something, or maybe college. Like I switched over. I was eBay, and I switched over to Amazon just because it was like, holy smokes, like it's so easy. Anyways, but for these kinds of plays, I do like Blink if they're first. And again, I have some research to do. If anyone is big into this EV space, let me know, because I would love to get some of you guys on to do DD if you guys have like good stuff. But no worries. Blink is like 4th to 5th. A few others have better tech, more of a market share. They would do good. See, that's good to know also. That's very good to know. And I don't know how these guys make money. So for example, like how do you make money with this stuff? I haven't thought about that yet. I just thought about that because let's say, and I wonder also how the parking lots are going to look. I do theorize that in the future, they're going to be parking lots with these charging stations. And the question is, and I actually haven't seen this yet. And this might be a good one. If anybody here is a venture capitalist by chance, give me a call, because I think that they're going to be charging parking lots. So let's say Blink only works on Ford and I'm trying to think of just one other one that would be good for it. GM. Sure. I don't know. Let's say it's good for just two cars, right? And then you need one for a bunch of other ones, right? Now you need one for, oh my gosh, I don't know why I can't think of, you need a Hyundai, you need a Honda, you need this, you need that. And so I wonder if this is going to be universal for every single one. And for all I know, these already are universal, and I'm like not going anywhere. I'm spinning my wheels, not going anywhere. But who knows about that? So, excuse me. And then Tesla, maybe Tesla has its own one, because Tesla's, like, let's say Apple or something, where you have to get all their specific parts, which it seems they kind of have adopted the Apple model essentially. But who knows? So anyways, and then you're going to have all of these, right? And then in those parking lots, eventually what's going to happen? Well, it takes, let's say 15 minutes to get a good charge or something. Well, you can either sit in your car for 15 minutes, or you know what? While you're out, if you have to use the charging station while you're out, you're probably doing stuff, you're probably busy, probably haven't eaten. So why don't we put some restaurants or some food trucks or whatever on this land and charge these guys to be parked here, because you know what, they're going to get X amount of traffic, people have to use it, this is a hotspot, and they can see the data, how many times these charging ports are used, yada yada, stuff like that. So there's a whole industry that is going to be figured out very, very soon. But yeah, cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Okay, let's go back to these stocks, see what is going on, and then I'm gonna have to start heading out to work soon. All right, AMC kind of trading side, a little bit sideways from how it's been in the morning, staying kind of within this section. We do have AMC up just 2.5% on the day, and then we have GameStop. And GameStop was up around 10%. I think it went up to 11% at one point this morning, probably around here. And now it's down. It's still up around 7.5%. Looking real good. A whole lot of sell orders right now. So we'll see if this puts the selling pressure, makes the stock go down just a tad. But still hanging on. Let me take a look before I do anything else. Okay, so nothing new here, which is fine. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything before I head out. Take a look at the chart. Let's look at the chat. Let's see. All these just bought 8 calls for June 18 with a $40 strike. Diamond, I want to do it so badly. I want to do it. I think I am going to do it. Probably for September. I'm thinking about June. Oh gosh, I don't know. But I want to do it so badly. I'm going to do it. James says, all these companies are so young. Blink could rip and take over. No one has the market. That's true, because you know how I know no one has the market locked is I don't recognize any brands yet, right? Whenever you drive past them, I don't recognize a brand. The only one I do recognize is Tesla, because I recognize the brand from Tesla cars and all the Tesla advertising they've done. But I don't have a company right now, a brand, that I look at their charging station. And, we've all seen the charging station, right? We're like, oh, that's so cool, look, an EV charging station. But I haven't seen one consistently enough that stands out to me. So that's how I know this market can be penetrated. A lot of interesting stuff. Tesla and Apple will eventually force people to use their chargers or avoid warranty. I know, right? Yeah, probably true. Probably true. No one's going to want other chargers on their cars long term. Yeah, I didn't think about that. For something like a car, right? You want a quality charger. You don't want something like, even for your phone, you go on Amazon, you buy like whatever's cheap or whatever. And I didn't think about that, but you're right. Right, and then you'll have to have approved one. This is a good point. So you have some really good points, because you don't want, here's the deal. Those companies who are making these batteries, right? You can't have something that is not good. If you have, let's say this is faulty or whatever, it breaks your Tesla, or whatever it's charging, that's a big deal. Now, I wonder if it would just break the battery and then they just have to buy you a new battery, which isn't as bad, but I don't know why in my head I thought it would break your entire car. But I guess it theoretically could, depending on the power outage, if it messed up the the stuff in the car. I don't know. But I wanted to take a look at one last thing. I wanted to look at the tops of the day, just out of curiosity. You guys know I love looking at it, seeing if there's anybody running absolutely insane. The highest one right now is about 57%. I'm not sure why this one isn't at the top just yet. I'm sure it'll just in a second. But let's see if there's anything I recognize. Oh, Sundial running up 15% on the day. All right, let's look at the losers. This one down. So the biggest loser at 27, down 27%. Ooh, Lordstown Motors is down. Oh, Herman Miller, are these the chairs? Okay. Yeah, so that's what we have. All right, guys, I do need to start heading to work. We should make wireless charging spots. That'd be cool. power parking spots. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I'm sure in the future, if that one stock that we were looking at is real, the one that does the wireless charging would be insane. All right, but I agree. Anyone want to talk to an inventor? I would love to talk to an inventor. If they're trying, well, I don't know if they have a question for me. Arts, I think you're trying to plug your channel or something, but I'm not sure what the dealio is, my friend. All right, guys, I do have to start heading now. I'm gonna leave you guys with some music, and but hey, I will catch you guys later tonight. If you are curious about the course, if you want to make sure I have everything that you want covered, make sure you check out that video from last night. It's a live stream. But other than that, I will see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Central. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. Peace. Or good day. Good day. Have a good day. I said good day, sir. Peace.